Tatiana Weston-Webb, the high seed in the matchup, taking on Sage Erickson. Erickson in the blue jersey. She's going to surf this wave on her frontside attack and already getting things started deep up the point at J-Bay. Erickson channeling that bottom turn. Wraps it high and gets stuck and hung up. Will be incomplete on her start. And Tatiana Weston-Webb will get the one behind it. Tati winds up. Clean little backside draw through the open face, right on top of Sage. She'll belt it off the roof. Total control. Third little down carve, and Tati lining up the lip, crushes it. Resetting that front foot, huge wind up, laid off the top, and she's controlling all these re-entries. Incredible, right? Just to stay on her feet. After we see Sage Erickson getting hung up on the top, Tati knew she really wanted to capitalize on that mistake. And judges are going to love that commitment, going off the top multiple times to the inside corner.
A good little back up there for Sage. Let's have a look at Tatiana's first turn. Straight up into the lip. The second turn, just jamming it right over Sage Erickson. Free fall drop, getting nice and low after that maneuver. Nice, wide, solid stance from Tatiana. And that just allows her to really produce big turns. And again, that free fall drop from Tatiana Weston-Webb. No wonder the judges love that wave. Now they'll look at it back. There was just maneuver after maneuver. There was no holding back. She lit that wave up, Joe.
And Tatiana absolutely hot and firing. 9-7-7. A ton of pressure on Erickson. Comeback wave now for Sage. Just flowing down the line. Channeling all that speed from the takeoff. Big body torque wrap to start. Some ribs in the open face. She'll try to carve on through. Little whip down the line again. Great tempo, right in the pocket. Big wind up, a clean frontside wrap. Bottom drops out, seals it. Erickson heading the right direction.
You know, I want to see way more attack mode. You know, it's what did Sean Thompson say? The three pillars of surfing: attack, attack, attack. I mean, you got to do it. You know, there's no holding back in the quarterfinals, especially when your opponents just dropped a 9.77. Sage, nice high line as she comes around this section, and there's that first turn. Didn't quite connect with it. Look at the ribs on this wave there, making that second turn a little more difficult. Now she starts to loosen up. Better turn there from Sage. Starts to hollow out. This is where you really need to connect with it and get some big scores. Jamming it in the pocket, almost free fell out of that section.
You just have to try and get barreled or do something good. And yeah, I don't know. I just tried to stay calm and keep to my approach, and it worked. But I was lucky there's no more opportunities for Bronte in the end there.
And proved that with her numbers. Big 9s, 8s, and 7s in her last heat. Action underway here. Sage trying to drop that 1.67. All setup work, just enjoying the ride here at Jeffreys Bay. And off the bottom, Tati's on the next one. Now looking to back up that big 9.77 start. Big controlled re-entry right on the pocket. She'll belt it vertically. Tati heating up. Big jam down the line. Perfect connection once again. On her way to another massive number. So controlling this seed, Sage Erickson's going to be in a pretty heavy combination.
You know, you always wonder when a surfer starts a heat like Tatiana did and drops an absolute bomb. Tatiana is going to drop another good score. I mean, look at the turns that she's doing, the commitment to each maneuver. Nice wide stance, timing it nicely, just connecting with that first turn, making sure everything's set. Yes, it is. Now it's just green light. Go for it. And that's exactly what she's doing. Just maneuver after maneuver. And just building points as she comes down the line there. All of that was done right in front of Sage Erickson. Sage knows. She's like, oh my gosh, now I've really got my work cut out for me. Tatiana, you can see just the timing is so perfect out here at Jeffreys Bay. You've got to wait for that wave to stand up and then react, and that's exactly what she's doing. Connecting beautifully with the lip, pushing a little harder on that occasion, getting nice and low off the bottom.
When you want a world champ, you want it to be an undisputed world champ. Best in every single category, from beach breaks, point breaks, Reef breaks, you name it. Here comes a big swing off the top for Sage Erickson. Flowing down the line, great pace to match the wall of J-Bay, jams it. Beautiful off the top. Erickson can't hang on. It was a massive attempt to make a comeback in this quarterfinal. All turns would have been brilliant, especially the finish. Looks like she had that one off the top and just couldn't hang on. So Erickson trying to shake off that fall, knowing that she had the rhythm on that wave to capitalize. Love the start of this one, Potts.
Yeah, I mean, these are the ones you want. They just hit that reef nicely. They've got a nice clean face on them, good pace. Nice critical vertical face too, so you can actually, that wave there almost barrel. I think, you've got to really look for that too as a point of difference for Sage. And then through the lip to that end section, just not pulling that off. So unfortunate for Sage. I think we're going to see her still in that combo situation. You kind of want to drive out of those last maneuvers. I think, going into the lip is critical, yeah, but you want to come up and jam off that lip and get yourself down the face of the wave.
Especially if you have priority and a massive lead. Well, Tati lets a couple of go by. Now she'll choose this one. What a weapon on her backhand. She'll carve the start. Whitewater on the open face, slowing down her momentum, but she'll just keep up to the pace of this inside section, starting to grow in size. Moving her stance up a bit on her board. She ended up just finding a way to kick out. A little bit more casual approach. She knows she has a massive total out front.
Here we go.
See Lakey running around the corner. She'll watch her longtime childhood rival set up this wave. Quick up and out for Erickson. So just taking a quick look and opting out is getting close to impossible now. Watching Erickson falling on the takeoff, trying to give herself a position to perform here. Watching the world's best compete, going for a huge title and 10,000 points on the Jeep leaderboard. Weston-Webb, number 3 in the world, showing off that backhand attack, high line off the top, keeping that connection down the wall. Big wind up off the bottom. She'll end up resetting that rail. So keeping it casual and comfortable on her last 2 rides. With 3 minutes to go, she might be considering just relaxing for the next semifinal. But her equipment just looks so polished, and this board specifically, she can hold this rail for about a mile.
Yeah, just, I think it's just a testament to her talent as well. I mean, is it the Indian or is it the Arrow? And I think it's a bit of both at times. You've got to have good boards under your feet. Otherwise, no matter how good you are, if your boards aren't cooperating or handling the conditions, you can forget about it. Especially here at Jeffreys Bay, you don't have magic under your feet. You're exposed. You're on the wave for such a long period of time that you can't hide those bad maneuvers. You can't hide catching a rail or just misplacing your turn. So smart move here from Tatiana, coming in a bit early, leaving Sage out the back in that devastating combination situation.
10 seconds to go. Sage is going to try to get a final ride here at J-Bay, knowing that she has priority. And she will have a blast enjoying a quarterfinal finish in her first start on this venue. And laying down that rail work, she'll be heading into the U.S. Open as the defending event champ and try to push off this result to get closer to the podium. Clean arcing turns on her comeback wave. She just fell in the finish and kept her out of this heat. As finals day continues, heavyweight semifinal with Gilmore taking on Tatiana. Gilmore, remember, had the tiebreak decision over Bronte McCauley. And we have a wild card story with Bianca Baitendog taking on world number 1 Lakey Peterson coming up next.